Well, good morning. It is 11:15. It is 80 degrees right now. And, oops, I just dropped something. And I've got a load to take to the storage. Trying to get this stuff moved. A little tiny bit of stuff left in the upstairs. I'm just throwing in boxes like the fire sale. I want to get it out of there. I'm so tired of moving. So, now the big problem is when I go down to the storage, I throw a bunch of stuff in there without organizing. So all the paths are blocked. All the roads are blocked. So I have to pull the stuff out and load it in the right storages, and I need to move some of that stuff from that other storage because I might need to use it for a few days, just throwing stuff in there in a pile, and then I can just go sort it. I just really want to get this stuff out. So we'll see how much we can get done today. I put some pieces of furniture on the internet yesterday, and one of the pieces I've gotten about 10 replies on it, but they always love to do it after the hours I set. If you're gonna list stuff on the internet, make sure to get your money's worth. You would be surprised, the stuff will sell for very close to what you paid for it. So don't underestimate yourself, and if you get it too low, you get all the bums and all the beggars, and will you trade, and will you do it for $5, and all that kind of stuff. If you keep the price up, you get better quality people that aren't gonna try to Jew you and all that kind of stuff, and they'll be coming running to come get that stuff, and you don't have to load nothing. I tell them, you pick up, you load, and then I tell them 11 a.m. till 5 p.m. only. That's how I do it. I don't play. Because I got people, I had people in the fish tank that would ring me like midnight, 2 in the morning, all kinds of ridiculous stuff. Like, you really think I'm gonna sell it in the middle of the night? You can come over and pick it up? Really, do you think that? You have to be careful when you're dealing with strangers. Some weird things happen when you're selling stuff, especially if you use Craigslist. I don't use Craigslist. I have a friend of mine that has a Facebook account, and they list the stuff for me. So on that Facebook marketplace thing, man, that stuff sells like a firecracker. You list stuff and people are like sending you a message right away. The hot items are stuff for exercise and furniture. It is amazing how much people want that stuff. Like, I have pet cases that I get from Walmart, and the retail on them is like $30, and of course you have to put it together too and all that stuff. You gotta buy the glue and all that, or it'll never stay together if you don't glue it. And I sold that case for $20. I should have sold it for higher because they were like screaming over that bookcase. I sold Treadmill for like $75, and the bad part was I didn't research the market rate of all the treadmills on that Facebook marketplace, because none of them were cheaper than $150, $175, and they were old and used and raggedy, and mine's like mint condition. And so I would have got a lot more, and I had probably 50 people on me over that treadmill. And I first listed it for about $40 just because I didn't want to lift it. It takes like 3 people to move it, and I didn't want to get caught, you know, with it, and I didn't want to leave it in the house when I left. So I wanted to get rid of it quick, get it out of my way. And then I started getting everybody going, why is it so cheap? And how could you deliver it? And I really want it. And so every time they start jacking with me, then I would raise the price $5. And then I got it up to $75, and people were still going cuckoo over the thing. And I had a girl that said she was coming from Picola, and 2.5 hours ago, and she's still not there. She's like, I really wanted to save it. It's like, I'm not saving nothing. I just tell them, I said, first come, first serve, cash. And then they try to tell you cash app and all. I'm not doing all that, especially with PayPal, because you know what they can do? They can turn around and charge back on you, and then you take your product, so forget it. You want it, you can pay me cash. I don't know you. You hand me cash, you move it into your car, your truck, whatever. See ya. I'm done. It's that easy. And sold to a guy that was just totally grateful. He didn't want to go into gyms, and he needed one for his health real bad. And his mom had the same one that I have, and she loved hers. She hated getting rid of hers. And mine was all computerized and stuff. And so they were real excited to get it. But yeah, it's a great platform to sell stuff. A friend of mine does guns, and he decided to sell a scope. He listed it in an hour and a half. He had, like 40 people contacting him. Met up with a guy in a parking lot, and then what he did was he told the guy to hand him the cash if he wanted to hold it. You want to look at it, you want to hold it, hand me the cash. You like it, I keep the cash, you keep the unit. Because see, here's the problem: you get them where they grab the stuff and run. So you got to take their money first, and then hand it to them, or let them test out whatever, because they'll grab it and run. So I have a mountain bike that I'm going to sell, and I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to take their money and then let them test ride it, and then say, okay, do you want your money back, or you want to buy it? And then just do that. And go to Best Buy or Office Depot and spend $15, $20 on some fake bill pens, so that you can check to see if all the money's counterfeit. They got counterfeit 1s, 5s, 10s, 20s nowadays, 100s, 50s, so you gotta be really, really careful. But that will help you a lot too if you're handling a lot of money for something. And you can just have it, on you, and check the bills right in front of them. Because you don't want to get stuck with a bunch of fake. I've seen that lots of times before. I've seen that in the thousands with people buying stuff with fake bills. So, yeah, it's better than housing it if it's something you don't absolutely have to keep, as far as furniture items. And you could buy another, then I would definitely sell it, because it'll really save on storage. I wish I'd have known that years ago, because I would have saved so much money on storages moving around the States. By selling stuff, I'm not taking a loss. I've used it for a while, and I'm actually losing like $10 from buying it new on each item. I mean, it's great. So that's worth it to me. I just soon buy a brand new one on the next place. So I have to move this stuff into storage, and then move it out of storage to the next place. It's so much easier than picking it up and hauling it around. Save your important stuff, and the other stuff you can replace, and save money on your storage. So that's a really important thing to realize. I wished I'd have known. I had a friend of mine, a real estate broker friend of mine, he said, man, don't save any furniture if you're going to store that stuff. He's like, make sure to get rid of as much furniture as you can. But she's very right. Because, look, I would have had probably 4 or 5 storages if I'd have saved every single thing. It's going to be tight as it is. I just don't know how much room I'm going to have, or if I have to have another storage. This one storage ends the first week of December. So that stuff's got to come out. And I'm sorting it into the other 2 storages. And the moving it around thing is a pain in the butt. So, I'm hoping that I can get this in order pretty good today so I can get moving and grooving. I gotta get this stuff moved. If it comes to the fire sale, I gotta just start slamming stuff in open boxes and shove it in there. I gotta have room to put it in there. So I can get this one storage, some of it moved around some more. Then I have room to just stick stuff in there in open boxes till I get to it. Because I have lots of time to do all that. Sort it out and box it later. It's just, I want to get this stuff out of here and shut my utilities off. Hell, you can't even take a bath. Hot water heaters gets worse and worse and worse. And I get less and less water in the bathtub because the hot water's not working. Honestly, it probably needs to be flushed, but there's a grandeur possibility that that thing's like, you know, from when they built it in the 80s and it needs to be replaced. It's a short, like butt-high water heater, and so it doesn't hold a lot of water. But usually an electric water heater will heat up in 15 to 20 minutes. But the problem is that I think this one is messed up. It's either malfunctioning or it needs to be flushed out because they get all that goog in the bottom and then they don't have room for water, and the elements covered up and stuff, so it won't heat like it's supposed to. It's heating a bunch of calcium rocks or something. So, and, you know, I know how to flush them out. I just don't feel like doing it. It's in my lease anyway. You're not supposed to, but I just don't feel like working on it. I only got a few days left here, and I'm gonna roll. Unless she tries to run me through the courts. I like that Trans Am or Firebird. I had one that like it. I just assume get this stuff moved out and get it cleaned up because I got a lot of work to do. I'll wash the walls and everything like that, and vacuum the ceilings and all that kind of stuff. I get really into it. I don't like to leave a place nasty. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Ay, ay, ay. So, we'll see you guys in a little bit. Love you.